Go.
Alright. Fire Fist, pretty self-explanatory. 3 bear. You know what bear does. Pop, 10 key, search, all that good stuff. Got 2 dragon. Some people play 1, some people play 2. I do play the Fire Fist trap, so it's fun to play the dragon. A lot of times people don't see it coming. Plus, you can special summon the bear back or what have you. So
do some good shenanigans with that.
Yeah, right. The 1 gorilla. Gorilla is good, but you play 3 MSTs. You play 2 Gyokus, so depending. I mean, it's fun. It actually I use it more for searching that when I know I'm going to Xyz because bear's too important. So you search that, Xyz with that.
Yeah.
And then if you wanted, you can use dragon special summon from the grave.
Oh, yeah.
We've got the 1 floater of boar.
He's those
fun.
Monsters out.
You can't set it because they know what it is. Like if they know you're playing Fire Fist and you set something, everyone knows it's boar.
Yeah.
So at least if they know what the deck does at all.
But then that allows you to stall for a little bit if you're
it's fun.
Hand.
It's fun if they can't pop it. It's good. Coach Soldier because he's at 1. I'm okay with that. He was great when he was at 3, but it's still fun with 1. Got the 1 Rooster because we do run the 3s. You got 3 Leopard. Leopard is amazing. You gotta run 3. And people can hate on the 3-4 axes all you want, but it's just fantastic. You gotta run 3.
Oh, yeah. Well,
3 Leopard. It searches out too good. You run the 310.
Well, you can go plus with that,
too good, yeah. If you Leopard and Spirit, if you open with Leopard and 10 key, Leopard and Tensu, Spirit and 10 key, that's your Horse Prince plus Rooster plus an extra 10 key. You just plus all day.
Oh, yeah.
It's too good not to run.
Oh, yeah, you get the beater as well, so.
Yeah. Got the 1 blaster because 2800 is 2800.
And it pops.
Pop is good. I've never actually used it to pop stuff, but it's fun. You can push for a game. I run the 1 card car. People run 2, sometimes 3. The problem being with card car, you can normal summon bear and pop something, but you can't get bear's effect. You can't attack when you use card car. Whereas with Pot of Duality, you still get your normal summons, 2 of them, and you can use bear's effects, attack, set up for next turn. I don't know. I like it at 1. And on to spells.
Would you say it clogs up your hand sometimes?
No.
No?
No, Tensu's always live.
No,
so
you can card.
Oh, sometimes. You don't always have to go into it, though.
No.
It's just there. Sometimes I don't draw it for multiple games. The 3-10 key, obviously 10 key's too good. You gotta play the 3.
Mm-hmm.
You play 3 Tensu just because you do run the level 3s. So you want as many Tensus as possible, and you recycle it with Rooster. It just offers a lot of pluses, and you always want that because you can Xyz 1 turn your Spirit, or not Spirit, Gorilla plus Bear, Gorilla plus Dragon. You get your Tiger King, so it's good. 2 Gyoku. You could play 3. The problem is playing too many can clog up your back row. I've had these where I've had both of these live, which is fine. But you can have this live plus 10 key plus a Tensu, and you only have 1 to set a trap. So I don't know. I play it at 2 just because it's really good, but
and it annoys your opponent because
because they can't chain to it, so it's good, but I wouldn't play it at 3 just because it can clog the back row. I don't play the other card car, so I'm running the 2 Pot of Dualities. It offers consistency.
No.
You can special, or you can double summon with a Tensu and do your plays. And
Fire Fists are so versatile, you don't really need to Xyz.
You can kind of sit on your monsters if you want to. Playing the 3 MSTs because MST's awesome. We have the 2 dress. People see it coming a lot of times. Dress. A lot of people play Lance. Lance is good, and I like Lance, and I get why you play it. But honestly, I've never really needed to play Lance because target or destroy. Almost nothing doesn't target or destroy. The only thing is Fate. Solemn, but Solemn you can't dress anyways. So.
Well, if you're summoning something, because
it doesn't
can stop the summon.
Yeah, it just negates the summon. I don't know. I like the 600 minus. And then we
Lance
got
is 8.
Exactly. So you can. There's almost never where you can't dress their monster and you're big enough to get over it, especially with your back row. When you've got plus on the back row, bear. They want to attack over you. You can dress it, and you can almost always get over it. So I've never really had a time where I'm like, oh, I wish I had Lance. So 1 Dark Hole because Dark Hole is Dark Hole. All right, on to the traps. I play 2 Tenzin because a lot of times people don't see it coming. and then if they do, you've got it set. They won't attack over you just because you have the Tenzin, and you can just beef up your monsters so big they can't even get over them. We've got the 2 to replace the 2 Wolfbarks you did lose. Right now, I'm testing the Call of the Hunteds. They're actually really fun. Losing the Wolfbarks makes it so the deck's a little more fun, a little more toolboxy, a little less predictable. But Call of the Haunted's fun. I mean, you can get MST'd, but usually you can call the Haunted a Wolfbark, and then special summon, and then you're good to go. And the Call of the Haunted is locked, but you can get rid of it whenever you want. Or you can even call the Haunted a bear. They don't see this coming. That is a plus Fire Fist players have now. Is what are you going to use for that? That 2 Wolfbarks that you did lose, and this helps add consistency. So I also play. I don't know why, but this card is amazing. A lot of people don't play it. And just this weekend I was playing a guy and he's like, "Oh, you play Dimensional Prison." That card's ridiculous. It doesn't target and it vanishes. It's insane. Like, I don't know why people wouldn't play it at 2. Then we have the one-offs. I have 1 Breakthrough skill, which is like Lance. For me, I like Breakthrough better because you can use it twice. You can negate, like if you've got a Zen mains, if you're a mirror match and you're fighting a Tiger King, if you're fighting a Bujinte, you can actually break through it. It can be destroyed then. You can bear, pop it. I mean, it's too fun. I mean, you play it at once, so you don't always see it. But you can also mill it with Bujinte, which is pretty funny, because then it's live, and that's just funny.
Oh, yeah.
Bottomless at 1, because it's at 1. Compulse at 1, because it's at 1. Alright, on to the side deck. The extra deck. You got the 2 Horse Prince. It's not very often that you go into 2, but it does happen, so it's good to have the 2 in there. You do have the 1 Stardust, because you can make this plus Boar equals Stardust. So,
well, the best thing about, I'm sure a lot of people know, is Wolfbark, with Boar can only sync
it negates its effects, so you can sync her up into a Stardust.
The only thing is if it's called, then you can't.
Yeah, obviously. I don't go into Stardust very much, like almost never, but it's there. Crimson Blader, that's all the synchros that you play. And then we've got Bujinti, we've got Gagaga, Black Ship. I don't even know why I have Diamond. I hate this card. I've never gone into it. It's just there to be there. I don't know. I've never gone into it. Got the 1 Ultimate Rare Arc. The 1...
that Arc.
Yeah, I pulled that out of 1 pack, so that was a little ridiculous. 1 Utopia, because Utopia is Utopia, and then 1 Bond of Fire Fist.
Utopia's OTK, man. It's OP.
Yeah, I do play Utopia OTK, but it needs to be more consistent. You got the 1 Line Emperor. It's almost never that you go into this card, but it happens because it's 2 level 3s. You add a fire monster, you can actually add Wolfbark back with that. So it actually offers a lot of plays.
But
it's a big enough beater. It's 2200. So, and obviously you can't add Wolfbark and then summon it, but it's
just
still
the fact
fun.
You can get it back.
It's pretty rare that you have 2 level 3s that you don't use that you don't go into Horse Prince because you always have the Spirit, but it happens. Sometimes you have Rooster and then you have a Leopard in hand, and if it's late game and you've already gone through all your 10 keys, sometimes this is the play to do. You got the 2 Brother of the Fire Fist Tiger King, and then the 2 Cardinal, because Cardinal's just too good. Inzectors, Boojins, everything, all
Fire
the things.
King.
Fire Kings, oh, it screws the Fire King so good, but
stops that loop.
Yeah, Cardinal's amazing, so. And with Call of the Haunted, it's even easier to make because you can call the Haunted one of your Fire Fist monsters, normal summon, good to go. Alright, on to the side deck. Got the Flying Sea, for shits and giggles. The Thunder King, because it's Thunder King. The Dimensional Fissure, deck lockdown. We explained in the last video, the deck lockdown's just too good against the mirror match. I mean, you do your plays, they're going to go off. You activate this, and they're just effed.
Well, you just have to set up. Just get a couple cards out.
Yeah.
Just be set.
Set up, and you've got 2 turns to just kind of sit on it. And
yeah.
It's fantastic. And you can pop it if you want. I mean, it's Fire Fist. You can pop everything all the time. Lightning Vortex and 1 Book of Moon. So... Traps, you got the 1 Dust Tornado for a mirror match if you want. Macros, Torrential. I don't main deck this because you don't want to lose field presence. It's a control-based deck. Losing field presence just isn't good. It's just not a good idea. You got the 1 Golden Apples, just for fun. I don't think I've ever actually sided it, but I've sided pretty much everything else in this deck. The Lightning Vortex is more viable last format with dragons. but if you play like Heretic Dragons, it's good. The 2 Curse Seal we explained last video. If they activate a 10 key and you Curse Seal it, they're done. If you're playing spellbooks and they activate Fate, you can Curse Seal it, they're done again. Or even Secrets, they're done again. So it's a fantastic card to side deck.
Yeah. Awesome.
Imperial Iron Wall, because it's Imperial Iron Wall. Yeah. And then 2 that some people don't play is Liberty at Last. The only downside is you have to target 2 monsters. So if they're playing like a control-based deck like Bujins, you have to target your own, which sometimes you can't do if you only have one on the field and they only have 1. But 1, they never see it coming, and 2, it doesn't destroy. It's too much fun. People don't see it coming. I sided against Lights 1 player. It was pretty funny because he went all in and then, oh, weird. Your cards go back to your deck. Sorry for your Judgment Dragon. Or no, it wasn't Judgment Dragon. It was, I don't remember. It was Light Pulsar or something. I don't know. Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, so that's the deck.
You should think about Soul Release.
Yeah, Soul Release is... Last tournament, he was playing Sylvans, and Soul Release, that guy got so salty. But it's actually... pretty fantastic card because it stops. You can do that against spellbooks,
well, just
Mermails,
the fact it's an old
Fire
card.
Fist. You can do it against pretty much any deck, and it works great. So yeah, the 1 Soul Release. I'll have to get one of these. I think you have some, don't you?
2.
Yeah. So I'll be siding one of these probably in. So yeah. All right. So that's the deck.